Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Real Talk English. We're really happy you're here today.
Hi, everyone. If this is your first time with us, I'm Jack.
And I'm Emily. We're here to help you practice real, everyday English, the kind people actually use in real life.
And today's topic is something very personal, something I think almost everyone feels at some point.
Yes, we're talking about feeling tired all the time, even when you sleep enough.
Before we start, let me ask you something. Emily, how did you feel this morning?
Honestly, exhausted.
Really?
Yes, and that's the strange part. I went to bed early, I slept almost 8 hours, but when I woke up, I felt like I hadn't rested at all.
That feeling is so frustrating.
It really is. I opened my eyes and thought, why am I still tired?
I had the same experience last week. I woke up, checked the time, and thought, okay, I slept enough, so why does my body feel heavy?
Heavy is the perfect word.
Right. Not sick, not in pain, just low energy.
Exactly. And then the day starts.
Yes, you get out of bed slowly,
You make coffee,
and you hope the coffee will save you.
but it doesn't.
No.
You drink one cup, then another, and still feel tired.
And that's when the questions begin.
What's wrong with me?
Why do I feel like this?
Am I lazy?
Why do I feel like this?
Am I doing something wrong?
That inner conversation can be really hard.
Yes, because on the outside, everything looks fine.
You're sleeping,
You're eating,
you're doing your work.
but inside, you feel drained.
Drained is such a good word.
Like your battery is always at 20%.
And it never reaches 100.
Exactly.
For me, the worst part is the guilt.
Guilt?
Yes, I think other people are doing so much. Why am I tired?
I feel that too. You compare yourself to others.
They wake up early,
They go to the gym,
they work all day.
and you're just trying to get through the morning.
Yes.
Let me tell you a small moment from yesterday.
Okay.
I sat down to answer emails, nothing difficult, just normal work.
Sounds simple.
But after 10 minutes, I felt tired again. Not bored, not confused, just tired.
That kind of tired is different.
Yes, it's not physical, it's not mental, it's something in between.
And that's why this topic matters so much.
Because when you feel tired like this, it affects everything.
Your mood,
Your motivation,
your confidence.
even how you talk to people.
You don't want to explain yourself,
You don't want to complain.
so you stay quiet.
And you think, maybe it's just me.
But it's not.
No. And if you're watching this right now and you feel tired even after sleeping,
You're not alone.
and there's nothing wrong with you.
In the next part, we'll talk about why this happens,
Not in a medical way,
but in a real life way.
the kind you recognize immediately.
So So let's talk about why this kind of tiredness happens.
Yes, because many people think tiredness only comes from lack of sleep.
But that's not always true.
Sometimes you sleep enough, but your mind doesn't rest.
That's a big one.
Let me ask you something, Jack. Do you ever feel tired before the day even starts?
All the time. I wake up and my brain is already busy.
Busy with what?
Everything. Work tasks, messages I need to answer, things I forgot to do yesterday.
So your body slept, but your mind worked all night.
Exactly.
That kind of tiredness is very common now.
Especially when we're always connected.
Yes, phones, notifications, social media.
Even when you're resting, you're still receiving information.
Your brain never gets quiet.
And a tired brain makes the body feel tired too.
Another thing is emotional tiredness,
That one is hard to explain.
but very easy to feel.
It's when nothing terrible is happening, but you still feel worn out.
Like carrying a small weight all day,
Yes, not heavy enough to notice at first.
but heavy enough to exhaust you by evening.
For me, emotional tiredness comes from pressure.
Pressure to do what?
To be productive, to improve, to move forward.
That pressure never really stops.
Even when you relax, you think, I should be doing something useful.
That word should is powerful.
And dangerous.
It makes rest feel like a mistake.
Yes, and when rest feels wrong, you never fully recharge.
There's also decision tiredness.
Decision tiredness?
Yes, small decisions all day long.
What to wear?
What to eat.
What to answer?
What to ignore.
By the end of the day, your brain is exhausted.
Even if you didn't do anything big.
I notice this on days when I stay home.
Me too.
I think, I rested today.
But you still feel tired.
Because your brain never stopped deciding.
Another very real reason is lack of meaning.
That's deep.
But important.
When your days feel empty or repetitive,
You feel tired faster.
even simple tasks feel heavy.
Because there's no emotional reward.
I felt this last year.
What happened?
Every day felt the same. Wake up, work, eat, sleep.
No excitement.
No purpose.
That kind of tiredness doesn't go away with sleep.
It needs change.
Or at least connection.
Connection is huge.
Talking, laughing, feeling understood.
When you feel alone, your energy drops.
Even if you don't realize it.
That's why conversations like this matter.
Yes, because someone watching might think, oh, that's me.
And that feeling alone disappears a little.
Before we continue, let's pause for a moment.
If you're watching this,
And you feel tired all the time,
please know this.
you're not weak.
You're not lazy.
You're human.
And many people feel exactly like you.
In the next part, we'll talk about small things that actually help.
Not big life changes.
Just simple, real steps.
The kind you can try today.
So stay with us. Okay, Jack, let's talk about some simple steps to feel less tired.
Yes, not big life changes, just small habits.
First, notice your energy patterns.
What do you mean?
Pay attention to when you feel most tired during the day.
Morning, afternoon, evening?
Exactly. When do you feel alert? When do you crash?
For me, mid-morning is fine, then energy drops around 3 p.m.
So instead of pushing through, schedule easy tasks then.
That makes sense. Don't fight your natural rhythm.
Second, move your body, even lightly.
Exercise, but I'm tired.
It sounds counterintuitive, but movement releases endorphins.
Even a short walk?
Yes, 10 minutes outside. Sunlight helps too.
I notice I feel better after a quick walk.
Exactly. Even stretching or dancing in your room counts.
Simple things. I like that.
Third, make micro breaks for your mind.
Not just physical breaks?
Yes, your brain needs mini resets.
Like what?
Listen to music, watch a funny video, make a cup of tea.
Not related to work or tasks.
Exactly, just something your mind enjoys.
That's helpful. I usually just scroll my phone, which doesn't really rest me.
Yes, passive scrolling can make tiredness worse.
Got it. Micro breaks, not endless scrolling.
Fourth, check your diet and hydration.
I know. Coffee helps, right?
Temporarily, but too much sugar or caffeine can crash you later.
True. I noticed that.
Drink water, eat small, balanced meals.
Even small changes matter.
Yes, your body and brain need fuel.
Fifth, sleep quality over quantity.
Yes, and not just hours in bed. Deep sleep matters.
How do we get better sleep?
No phones before bed, dim lights, relaxing routine.
Like reading, meditation, or stretching.
Exactly. Your mind needs a signal that it's time to rest.
I'll try that tonight.
Sixth, reduce mental clutter.
Mental clutter?
All the unfinished thoughts, worries, and to-dos floating around.
How do we reduce that?
Write them down, make a small plan, get it out of your head.
That's simple?
Yes, your mind feels lighter when you see things on paper.
Seventh?
Connect with people.
Friends, family, even coworkers?
Yes, talking, laughing, sharing.
Even if I feel too tired to socialize?
Yes, connection actually restores energy.
Interesting. Social energy can be real.
Very real, and it's not about big events.
A quick call, a funny text, a smile.
Exactly, small interactions matter.
Anything else?
Yes, be gentle with yourself.
What does that mean?
Accept that feeling tired sometimes is normal.
Not everything is my fault.
Exactly. Self-compassion prevents emotional exhaustion.
That's a big one. I usually beat myself up.
Most people do, but it only makes fatigue worse.
So, acceptance plus action?
Yes, small steps, realistic expectations, compassion.
It's simple but powerful.
Exactly, and these steps build over time.
Consistency is key.
Before we move on, let's pause.
If you feel tired all the time, remember,
You are not lazy, you are not broken.
your tiredness has real reasons, and it's okay to feel this way.
And small, real steps can slowly help you regain energy.
Even tiny improvements matter.
Stay with us. We'll dive deeper into emotional energy next. Jack, let's dive into emotional energy. Physical rest is one thing, but mental and emotional fatigue is just as important.
True. Sometimes I sleep enough but still feel drained.
Exactly. That's emotional exhaustion. It comes from stress, overthinking, or unresolved feelings.
Like replaying conversations or worrying about work?
Yes, or feeling guilty, lonely, or underappreciated. These drain energy silently.
How do we fix that?
First, identify emotional triggers. Notice what drains you.
I feel tired after long meetings and scrolling social media.
Perfect. Now we know. Awareness is step one.
Step 2?
Set boundaries. Protect your energy.
Boundaries with work, social media?
Yes, decide when to say no. Decide when to log off. I often feel guilty about that.
Guilt is natural, but self-care is not selfish.
True, I need reminders.
Step 3, prioritize emotional recovery.
Like what?
Activities that make you feel restored could be journaling, art, music, or quiet reflection.
So it's not just physical rest, it's emotional nourishment.
Exactly. Step 4, connect with positive energy.
Friends, hobbies, laughter.
Yes, even a short chat or watching something uplifting counts.
And step 5?
Let go of perfectionism. Emotional fatigue often comes from trying to control everything.
I'm guilty of that. Most of us are, except that some things are out of your control.
Makes sense.
Step 6, mindfulness and grounding. Emotional exhaustion thrives on rumination.
So focus on the present moment.
Yes, even 1 minute of noticing your breath or your surroundings can reset emotional energy.
I've never thought of it that way.
Step 7, celebrate small wins.
Even tiny tasks?
Yes, completing a small task, sending an email, cooking a meal, all give a boost.
I underestimate those moments.
Exactly. Recognition fuels emotional energy.
I see. So managing tiredness isn't just sleep, it's lifestyle, mindset, and emotional habits.
Yes, and the best part? You can start with one small step today.
Even 5 minutes of intentional self-care?
Yes, one micro step builds momentum.
And consistency beats intensity.
Absolutely. Now, let's address a common mistake. Many people try to push through fatigue.
Like working extra hours or drinking more coffee?
Exactly. That gives temporary energy, but worsens fatigue long term.
So short-term solutions can backfire.
Yes, sustainable energy comes from balance, not brute force.
Got it. Balance and self-care over quick fixes.
And remember, sometimes professional help is needed. Fatigue can have medical causes.
True, low iron, thyroid issues, or sleep disorders can be hidden culprits.
So, if tiredness persists despite rest, consult a doctor.
Better safe than frustrated.
Exactly. And emotional support helps too. A friend, counselor, or coach?
So emotional and physical support go hand in hand.
Yes, let's pause here.
Before we move on, viewers, think about this.
What small action could you take today to protect your energy?
Even one tiny step can create a ripple of change.
Take a moment, reflect, and share in the comments.
Your tip might help someone else.
Connection is part of restoring energy.
Exactly, you're not alone in feeling drained.
Real Talk English is here to remind you small, consistent actions matter.
And you belong here.
Okay, Jack, now it's time for our favorite part, vocabulary and useful phrases for talking about fatigue and low energy.
Yes, this makes your conversations more natural.
First word, exhausted. exhausted. It means extremely tired.
For example, I felt exhausted after the long meeting.
Second word, drained. drained. Emotionally or physically low on energy.
I feel drained after worrying about work all day.
Next, burned out. burnedout. Feeling completely worn down, usually from stress or overwork.
After months of overtime, I'm burned out.
Fourth word, fatigued. fatigued. Very tired, often used in health or formal contexts.
I've been feeling fatigued even after sleeping well.
Fifth, low energy. Easy to use in conversation. I have low energy today, I need a walk.
Very relatable. Everyone has days like that.
Next phrase, run on empty.
Meaning?
When you have no physical or emotional energy left. I've been working nonstop. I'm running on empty.
Perfect. That really describes the feeling.
Another one, recharge your batteries.
To rest or recover energy, I spent the weekend at the beach to recharge my batteries.
Exactly. And last phrase, take it slow.
A reminder to pace yourself. After a stressful week, I need to take it slow.
These words and phrases make it easier to describe feelings and take action.
Now let's practice one together. Repeat after me. I feel drained, so I'm going to recharge my batteries.
Great. Say it one more time. I feel drained, so I'm going to recharge my batteries.
Perfect. Remember, viewers, recognizing how you feel is the first step toward feeling better.
Yes, and taking small actions every day builds long-term energy.
We also want to hear from you.
Here's today's question. What makes you feel drained and what do you do to recharge?
Write your answer in the comments. Your tip might help someone else feel better today.
Exactly. Sharing creates connection, and connection restores energy.
You're not alone. Everyone struggles with low energy sometimes.
And it's okay to start small. One tiny change can make a huge difference.
Before we end, remember these takeaways.
1. Awareness of your fatigue. 2. Protecting your emotional and physical energy. 3. Small, consistent actions, journaling, mindfulness, positive connections.
4. Seek help when needed, medical or emotional support.
5. Be kind to yourself.
Energy isn't just about sleep. It's about how we live, think, and care for ourselves.
Exactly. Every small step counts.
Thank you for learning with us today.
Real Talk English is proud of you for taking the time to care for your energy and your mind.
Keep practicing these words, phrases, and tips every day.
And remember, even small steps create real change.
You belong here, and your feelings matter.
Take care of yourself, recharge your batteries, and stay connected.
See you in the next episode.
Bye for